the sky turned dark without warning. People on the streets looked up in fear as massive shapes blotted out the sun. At first, no one could believe what they saw. Giant alien ships hovered silently over the major cities of Earth. Their surfaces shimmered with strange lights, and a low hum filled the air, shaking buildings and windows. News stations broadcast live images of the fleet, and viewers across the world gasped in disbelief. Governments scrambled to respond, sending fighter jets and satellites, but their weapons seemed tiny and powerless against the alien armada. Citizens ran for shelter, while panic spread like wildfire. Yet, high above, the aliens did not attack immediately. They expected Earth to surrender quickly, believing humanity would be too weak to resist. Their leaders watched through holographic screens, confident that the planet would fall without a fight. In the midst of the chaos, a young human commander named Alex stared at the sky with determination. He had trained his entire life for moments like this, yet nothing could have prepared him for the scale of the alien fleet. He knew humanity's military was far smaller, far weaker, and far slower than the invaders. Still, he refused to believe that humans would give up so easily. Scientists worked frantically in laboratories, scanning the alien ships for weaknesses. They discovered strange energy weapons capable of destroying entire cities with a single strike. Panic turned into despair as they realized Earth had almost no defense. But Alex refused to let fear take control. He called together a small group of trusted officers and began to plan. He knew the aliens had not faced humans before, and that arrogance might be their greatest weakness. Civilians continued to flee from their homes, carrying whatever they could. Streets were filled with abandoned cars, scattered belongings, and the distant cries of frightened families. Emergency alerts rang constantly on phones and radios, warning people to stay indoors. Yet, amid the terror, small acts of bravery appeared. Some citizens helped neighbors to safety, others rushed to protect the vulnerable. Humanity's instinct to survive and help one another shone through the fear. In a high command room far from the chaos, world leaders argued over strategy. Some wanted to surrender, believing resistance was futile. Others wanted to fight, even knowing it could mean death for millions. Alex stepped forward and spoke with calm authority. He outlined a plan to gather intelligence, test the alien weapons, and launch precise counterattacks. He knew it was risky, but he also knew that doing nothing guaranteed defeat. As the hours passed, the aliens began to move. Small drones descended from the motherships, scanning cities and transmitting data back to the fleet. Their presence caused even more panic. Citizens hid in basements, offices, and tunnels. Families clung to each other, praying for safety. Military radar tracked the drones, but attempts to shoot them down failed. The aliens had technology humans had never seen, and every attempt to fight back seemed almost useless. Yet, Alex noticed something. The drones moved in predictable patterns, and their shields, while strong, were not perfect. A spark of hope flickered in his mind. He shared his observation with his team, and they began to plan ways to exploit the drones' movements. As night fell, the alien ships hovered over major capitals, ready to strike at dawn. Their leaders communicated through a strange, glowing network that humans could not understand. They were confident. They believed victory was already theirs. But on Earth, humans did not give up. Alex and his team stayed awake through the night, coordinating forces, preparing weapons, and gathering civilians into safe zones. Every heartbeat seemed louder, every sound more urgent. The first city to be attacked would set the tone for the war, and Alex knew that failure was not an option. Somewhere in the skies above, the alien leaders watched, expecting humanity to break. They did not know that humans had a will to survive stronger than any weapon they possessed. As the first light of dawn approached, tension gripped the entire planet. People waited, hiding in fear, while the alien fleet hovered silently. And then, without warning, a signal from Alex's command went out. Humanity's first real response to the invasion was about to begin. The young commander took a deep breath, knowing that whatever happened next could change the fate of the world. Every soldier, every scientist, every brave citizen prepared to face the unknown. The sky was dark, the aliens were ready, and Earth refused to surrender. The first morning of the alien invasion began with terrifying silence. The massive ships hung over cities like dark clouds, their weapons pointed at the heart of humanity. People stayed in their homes, too afraid to move, listening to the low hum that vibrated through the ground. Suddenly, beams of bright energy shot from the alien ships, striking buildings and streets. Explosions rocked the city, sending smoke and fire into the sky. Sirens blared everywhere, and chaos erupted as humans ran for safety. Military forces scrambled jets and armored vehicles, but their weapons barely scratched the alien shields. Entire squads were wiped out within minutes. Civilians watched in horror as skyscrapers crumbled and bridges collapsed. Yet in the chaos, Alex and his small command team remained calm. They had prepared for this moment, and they knew that panic would only make humans weaker. From the command center, Alex studied the alien attack patterns. Their weapons were deadly but predictable. The aliens relied on sheer power and precision, assuming that humans could not respond quickly enough. But Alex noticed small mistakes, gaps in the shields, slow drone movements, and hesitation in their targeting. He realized these could be exploited. Quickly, he ordered human forces to regroup and use hit-and-run tactics. Pilots in fighter jets darted between the alien ships, attacking weak points, then retreating before the aliens could respond. On the ground, soldiers used tunnels and underground passages to ambush alien scouts. Civilians joined the effort wherever they could, delivering supplies, guiding soldiers through the chaos, and sometimes distracting the alien drones with clever traps. Each small victory gave humanity hope. The aliens, confident in their overwhelming strength, were shocked by the resistance. Their leaders monitored the attacks from the mothership and could not understand how humans, so weak by their standards, could fight back. They ordered reinforcements, but Alex anticipated this. He coordinated attacks on key alien drones and supply units, slowing the alien advance and causing confusion in their ranks. Meanwhile, scientists worked around the clock. Using stolen alien technology and observations from the battlefield, they developed small weapons that could disrupt shields and communications. Engineers built makeshift machines to jam alien sensors. Civilians helped by scavenging parts and delivering them to labs under dangerous conditions. Every human effort became part of the fight. Hours passed like days. Fires burned across cities, but humans refused to surrender. Families helped each other escape while soldiers carried the injured. Alex moved from one command post to another, giving orders, encouraging troops, and watching the battle unfold. He saw the fear in people's eyes, but also their courage. Somewhere in the midst of the chaos, a young pilot named Mia executed a daring maneuver. She flew her jet directly into the path of a massive alien drone, luring it into a trap set by human forces. Explosions lit the sky, and for a moment, it seemed humans might actually win a small victory. Civilians cheered from hidden places, giving them strength to continue. As the day progressed, the alien forces began to adapt. They deployed heavier drones, shielded more tightly, and fired more frequently. Humans suffered heavy losses, but Alex did not give up. He constantly adapted, moving troops and weapons to new positions, always looking for weaknesses. Communication between humans became vital. Radios, signals, and even runners carried information between units. Every success and failure shaped the next move. By evening, both sides were exhausted. The city was scarred, streets cracked, buildings ruined, but humans had survived. They had proven that they could fight back, and the aliens were no longer confident in their easy victory. Alex gathered his team in the command center. Sweat and soot covered their faces, but determination shone in their eyes. "This is only the beginning," he said. "They thought we would surrender, but we showed them we can fight. Tomorrow, we strike harder. We strike smarter. And we will not stop until Earth is free." Outside, the remaining alien ships hovered silently, observing the destruction they had caused, unaware that humanity had already learned lessons that could turn the tide of war. Civilians emerged cautiously from shelters, helping the injured and salvaging supplies. The bond between people grew stronger in the face of disaster. Fear remained, but it was mixed with hope, courage, and defiance. Night fell over the city, casting shadows over the ruins. Fires burned, but humans still moved, still planned, still fought. Alex looked at the darkened sky and saw the alien mothership looming above. Its massive presence was terrifying, but it no longer seemed invincible. Humanity had struck back for the first time, and the aliens realized that Earth would not be an easy conquest. Tomorrow, the war would continue, but humans were ready. They had survived the first strike, and they had begun to show the invaders that courage, unity, and determination could defy even the most powerful enemies in the universe. The morning after the first strike was quiet, but tension hung heavy over the cities. Humans had survived, but the alien fleet remained, massive and threatening, waiting for another opportunity to strike. Alex moved through the damaged streets with his team, inspecting what remained of their defenses. The city was scarred with craters and smoke, but humans worked tirelessly to rebuild and prepare. Civilians helped wherever they could, clearing rubble, transporting supplies, and repairing vehicles. In a hidden underground laboratory, scientists had been working non-stop. Days and nights had blurred together as they studied fragments of alien technology left behind in the first attack. Among the debris, they discovered something unusual, a small device buried under rubble that pulsed with energy unlike anything humans had seen. It was compact but radiated power that could rival the alien weapons. Scientists called it the secret weapon, though none fully understood it. Excitement and fear filled the room. If they could figure out how to use it, they might turn the war in humanity's favor. Alex arrived at the lab, observing the device with cautious curiosity. The scientists explained its potential. It could disrupt alien shields, jam communications, and even disable drones temporarily. But they warned it was unstable. One wrong move, and it could explode, destroying everything nearby. Alex studied the device closely. He had no formal training in science, but he trusted the team of brilliant minds working around him. They needed time, and he knew that every hour counted. While the scientists worked, the aliens launched another attack. Drones descended from the mothership, firing their energy beams at the remaining human strongholds. Cities shook, buildings crumbled, and civilians ran for cover once more. But this time, humans were prepared. Using the small weaknesses discovered the previous day, soldiers and pilots coordinated precise strikes. Explosions lit the sky, and small victories boosted human morale. Alex's team communicated constantly, directing units to exploit gaps in the alien defenses. The secret weapon, however, remained untested. It was risky to use it now, but Alex knew that waiting too long could be fatal. After hours of study, the scientists confirmed that they could control it, at least enough to attempt a small-scale trial. Alex gathered a special strike team and gave them their mission: carry the device to a strategic location near the alien command drone cluster and activate it at the right moment. The journey was dangerous. Streets were filled with alien patrols, and the city was a maze of destruction. Soldiers moved cautiously, avoiding drones and traps set by the aliens. Civilians, aware of the plan, provided guidance, warning of patrols and helping to carry supplies. Every step was tense, every shadow a potential threat. At one point, a massive drone appeared, firing its energy beam across the street. The team ducked behind a crumbling wall as sparks flew and debris rained down. Alex remained calm, giving instructions, ensuring everyone stayed alive. Finally, after hours of careful movement, they reached the location near the alien drone cluster. The device pulsed with energy, vibrating in their hands. Alex activated it as the team took cover. A bright pulse of light shot out, spreading across the area, hitting the drones. For a moment, everything was silent. Then alarms went off in the alien fleet. The drones froze mid-flight, their weapons shutting down. Communication signals jammed, leaving the aliens unable to coordinate. Humanity had won a small but critical victory. Cheers erupted among the team, though they knew the danger was far from over. The aliens reacted with fury, deploying reinforcements to regain control, but Alex and his team were ready. Using the temporary disruption caused by the device, human forces launched a counterattack. Jets and armored vehicles struck the frozen drones, disabling several and scattering the rest. Civilians and soldiers worked together, turning the tide in this small area of the battlefield. The success of the secret weapon gave humanity hope and courage. Word spread quickly across the cities. Humans had found a way to fight back effectively. But Alex remained cautious. He knew the aliens would adapt quickly if they discovered the device's true power. The scientists continued to study it, looking for ways to improve control and make it more effective. The streets were still dangerous, the skies still filled with alien ships, but for the first time, humans had a real advantage. They had discovered a weakness, and they were ready to use it. As night fell, the city seemed calmer, but the tension never left. Humans worked quietly in the shadows, repairing defenses and preparing for the next strike. Alex stood atop a damaged building, looking at the hovering mothership in the distance. He clenched his fists, knowing that the battle ahead would be the hardest yet. The secret weapon had given them hope, but it had also marked a turning point. The aliens now knew that humans would not surrender easily, and the war had truly begun. Tomorrow, Alex thought, humanity would fight again, stronger and smarter. The first victory had been achieved, but the real war was just starting. The sun had barely risen when the sky over the city turned dark once again. Massive alien ships hovered above, their shadows stretching across streets and buildings. Humans watched from shelters and windows, hearts pounding, as the hum of alien engines filled the air. This time, the aliens were angry and determined to crush humanity quickly. But Alex and his team were ready. Using the secret weapon, humans had learned to exploit weaknesses in the alien fleet, and they would strike back. Fighter jets roared into the sky, leaving trails of smoke as they climbed toward the hovering ships. Pilots, young and experienced alike, prepared for the fight of their lives. They knew the odds were against them, but courage and determination burned in every human heart. The aliens fired first, beams of energy slicing through the clouds and striking the ground below. Explosions rocked the city, shaking buildings and sending debris into the air. Civilians ducked for cover, covering their ears from the deafening roar. But the pilots moved quickly, dodging beams and weaving between alien ships. Alex coordinated the attack from the command center, giving orders with calm precision. "Target the smaller drones first," he said. "Then focus on the shields. Stay together and watch each other's backs." On the ground, soldiers aimed anti-air weapons at the descending alien crafts. Some fired blindly, hoping to hit a weak point, while others coordinated with drones controlled by human engineers. Civilians helped, relaying information about drone movements and signaling safe paths for soldiers and pilots. The first clashes were intense. Alien drones swooped down, firing at jets and soldiers alike. Explosions lit the sky, smoke rose in thick columns, and alarms blared across the city. Despite the chaos, humans struck back with precision. Pilots maneuvered skillfully, striking drones' weak points and retreating before the aliens could respond. Soldiers on the ground destroyed several smaller ships, forcing the aliens to adjust their strategy. As the battle continued, the aliens deployed a massive mothership closer to the city, its weapons glowing ominously. It seemed unstoppable. But Alex had anticipated this. Using the secret weapon, scientists and engineers coordinated a signal jammer that temporarily disrupted the mothership's shields. For a brief moment, humans could strike without facing its full power. Jets dove toward the alien ship, launching missiles and firing weapons. Explosions rocked its surface, sending sparks and fire into the air. The aliens were shocked. They had never faced humans who could fight so cleverly. Civilians watched from hidden shelters, seeing humans achieve what no one thought possible. Courage and determination filled their hearts. In the skies above, a young pilot named Mia performed daring maneuvers, diving between alien beams to strike critical points on the mothership. Her jet shuddered from the impact of alien fire, but she continued, refusing to retreat. Soldiers on the ground coordinated with her, targeting support drones that tried to defend the mothership. Alex shouted commands, moving constantly between communication channels. Every second counted. The mothership's shields flickered under the coordinated human attack. Explosions shook its structure, and smoke poured from its engines. The aliens struggled to respond, their formation breaking for the first time. Humanity had proven they could fight back, not just survive. Civilians cheered quietly from shelters, inspired by the bravery of pilots and soldiers. Even though fear was still present, hope had begun to shine. By evening, the skies were filled with smoke and fire. Many alien drones had been destroyed, and several key ships were damaged. Humans had won a small but important victory, showing that they could stand against the seemingly invincible invaders. Yet Alex knew the battle was far from over. The mothership had retreated slightly, but it remained a deadly threat. Alien reinforcements could arrive at any moment. He gathered his team in the command center. "This is only the beginning," he said. "We've proven we can fight. Tomorrow, we strike again, stronger and smarter. We will not give up, and neither will humanity." Civilians emerged cautiously from their shelters, helping the injured and clearing debris. The city was battered, but humans worked tirelessly, showing resilience and determination. Night fell, and the alien fleet hovered silently, watching, learning. They were no longer confident in their victory. Humans had fought back in a way they did not expect. Alex looked up at the dark sky, the smoke from the battle rising into the clouds. He clenched his fists and thought about the challenges ahead. The secret weapon had given them an advantage, but the war was far from over. Tomorrow, the battle in the skies would continue, and humans would be ready. They had faced overwhelming odds, survived, and struck back. The courage, skill, and unity of humanity had shaken the aliens, and Earth was no longer a world they could conquer easily. The fight had only just begun, but for the first time, humans believed they could win. The morning sun rose over a battered city, casting long shadows on streets still scarred from the previous battles. Alien ships hovered silently in the sky, massive and threatening, but their movements were slower, cautious. Humanity had survived the first strikes and even managed to fight back. Civilians cautiously stepped from shelters, helping to clear debris and assist the injured, their determination shining through fear. Alex stood atop a damaged building, surveying the city. The secret weapon had given humans a small advantage, but he knew the aliens would strike again. Today, humanity would fight not just to survive, but to reclaim the skies. Soldiers, engineers, and pilots prepared for coordinated strikes. Jets were refueled, weapons systems repaired, and anti-alien drones deployed strategically across the city. Every human knew the risk, but morale was higher than ever. Humans had tasted victory, and it had ignited courage in the hearts of millions. Alex called his officers together in the command center. "The aliens believe we are weak," he said. "We have proven them wrong, but we will prove it again. Today, we strike back, harder and smarter. Follow the plan, watch each other's backs, and stay alive." Meanwhile, scientists worked tirelessly to improve the secret weapon. By enhancing its energy pulses, they could temporarily disable alien shields over a larger area. Engineers coordinated with pilots and soldiers to ensure maximum effect. Civilians provided information on alien positions and movements, making the entire city a network of resistance. As the operation began, jets soared into the sky, launching attacks on alien drones and smaller ships. Soldiers moved swiftly through the streets, ambushing alien patrols and disabling communication devices. Explosions erupted across the city, but humans struck with precision. The aliens, confident in their strength, were caught off guard by the coordinated attacks. The mothership observed from above, sending reinforcements, but the humans anticipated these moves. Using intelligence gathered from captured alien drones, Alex directed forces to intercept reinforcements before they could reach the city. Civilians continued to play their part, guiding soldiers through rubble-strewn streets and warning of traps set by the invaders. In the skies above, pilots executed daring maneuvers. Mia, the young pilot, led a squadron directly into the path of alien drones, drawing their attention while other jets targeted the mothership. Explosions and fireballs filled the sky, but human skill and coordination gave them the upper hand. The aliens, shocked by the sudden resistance, struggled to adapt. Their drones faltered, their communication disrupted, and their confidence began to crack. Alex seized the opportunity. "Now!" he shouted into the command center. Scientists activated the enhanced secret weapon, sending a pulse across the battlefield. Alien shields flickered and collapsed in waves. Jets and soldiers struck immediately, destroying key ships and drones. Civilians cheered quietly from hidden shelters, their hope growing with each victory. By afternoon, humans had regained control over several parts of the city. The aliens had been pushed back, and their formations were in disarray. Humanity had not only survived, they had fought back and won. Alex looked at the skies, noting the damaged mothership retreating slowly, its weapons partially offline. He knew this was just the beginning, but the message was clear: humans would not surrender, and Earth was no longer easy prey. Yet, even as humans celebrated small victories, they remained cautious. The aliens were powerful, and their retaliation could be stronger than ever. Alex and his team continued to coordinate defenses, repair damaged weapons, and gather intelligence from captured alien equipment. Civilians remained alert, assisting wherever possible, their bravery as vital as that of soldiers and pilots. As night fell, the city was quiet, though fires still burned in distant areas. Humanity had struck back and shown the aliens that determination, courage, and unity could defy even the most powerful enemies. People moved through the streets cautiously, helping each other, sharing resources, and preparing for what might come next. Alex stood atop the command center, looking at the dark sky where alien ships lingered. He clenched his fists and felt a surge of pride and determination. Humanity had fought, survived, and proved that they were not weak. The war was far from over, but for the first time, humans knew they could win. Tomorrow, the battle would continue, and humanity would be ready. They had struck back with courage, strategy, and heart, sending a message across the universe: Earth would not fall without a fight. The aliens had underestimated humans, and that mistake would cost them dearly. The war had reached a critical point. Alien ships still hovered above major cities, but their movements were slower, cautious. Humanity had struck back, surviving wave after wave of attacks, but Alex knew the real challenge was yet to come. Scientists had been working tirelessly, analyzing alien communication and technology. Every captured drone, every disabled ship provided new clues. Today, they believed they had discovered the aliens' greatest weakness, a flaw in their communication network that controlled the drones and coordinated attacks. Alex gathered his team in the command center, their faces tired but determined. "This is it," he said. "We know how to disrupt them. If we use this correctly, we can turn the tide of the war." Outside, the city was scarred from previous battles, but humans moved with purpose. Soldiers repaired damaged weapons, jets refueled, and engineers prepared signal jammers and the secret weapon for the next strike. Civilians, still cautious, helped by transporting supplies and relaying information about alien movements. Every human had a role, and every role mattered. As the plan was put into motion, jets soared into the sky. Their mission was not just to attack, but to draw the aliens into positions where the communication disruption would have maximum effect. Soldiers moved strategically through the streets, targeting smaller alien drones and sabotaging reinforcements. Explosions erupted across the city, and the aliens were caught off guard. The mothership hovered above, sending waves of drones to restore control, but the humans had anticipated every move. Scientists activated the devices designed to disrupt alien signals. Pulses of energy spread through the air, interfering with drones' coordination and causing confusion in the fleet. Alien ships froze mid-flight, their weapons faltering. For the first time, the aliens looked vulnerable. Human pilots and soldiers seized the opportunity. Jets dove toward the mothership, missiles launched with precision, and soldiers disabled key drones on the ground. Explosions lit the skies, and the hum of alien engines faltered. Civilians watched from hidden shelters, hearts racing as they saw humans gaining the upper hand. Hope spread quickly across the cities. The aliens struggled to adapt, their once perfect coordination now failing. Drones collided mid-air, weapons misfired, and confusion spread through the fleet. Alex smiled, knowing this was the turning point. Humanity had discovered the weakness that could end the war. Yet he remained cautious. The aliens were dangerous and intelligent, and one mistake could still cost thousands of lives. He coordinated human forces carefully, ensuring that every move exploited the disruption. Pilots like Mia performed daring maneuvers, targeting vulnerable points on alien ships. Soldiers moved quickly, disabling communication relays and support drones. The secret weapon pulsed in key locations, amplifying the effect of the disruption and weakening alien defenses even further. By evening, the battlefield had shifted dramatically. Alien ships were damaged, scattered, and retreating in confusion. Humans had regained control over major parts of the city, and their confidence soared. Civilians emerged cautiously, helping the injured and salvaging supplies. Hope filled the air, alongside the smoke of battle. Alex stood atop the command center, watching the damaged mothership struggle to maintain control over its fleet. "This is our moment," he said to his team. "We can end this war if we strike now and stay united. We've learned their weakness, and we will use it." Night fell, and humans worked tirelessly, repairing defenses, preparing for the final assault. The aliens, shaken and struggling, hovered silently above. They realized that humans were not weak, that courage, intelligence, and unity made them formidable opponents. Alex moved through the streets, encouraging soldiers and civilians alike. Everyone felt the shift in momentum. Humans had survived, fought back, and now held the key to victory. The turning point was clear. The aliens could no longer control the battlefield as they had before. Humanity had discovered a secret they could use to finally take the fight to the invaders. The city, though battered and scarred, was alive with determination. Humans worked together like never before, united by courage and the belief that Earth could be saved. Alex looked at the dark sky, dotted with alien ships that no longer seemed invincible. He clenched his fists and thought about the final battle ahead. The turning point had arrived, and humanity would not waste it. Tomorrow, the strike would be decisive. Humans had learned, adapted, and discovered the aliens' greatest weakness. The war had changed, and now the future of Earth depended on using this advantage wisely. For the first time, humans felt they could win. The sky was dark and heavy with tension as the final battle approached. Alien ships hovered over the city, massive and menacing, but their movements were cautious. Humanity had survived wave after wave of attacks, discovered the aliens' weaknesses, and fought back with courage and determination. Alex stood atop a damaged building, looking at the distant mothership. Today, everything would be decided. Soldiers, pilots, and civilians prepared for the final strike. Jets were armed to the maximum, anti-alien weapons were repaired, and the secret weapon was ready. Civilians moved supplies, guided soldiers, and helped the wounded. Every person had a role, and every role mattered. The aliens watched from above, unaware that humans were ready to turn the tide completely. Alex gathered his team in the command center. "This is it," he said. "Today, we strike not just to survive, but to win. Stay focused, trust each other, and do not give up. Earth belongs to us, and we will fight for it." The operation began with human jets soaring into the sky, leaving trails of smoke as they launched coordinated attacks. Soldiers moved strategically through the city, targeting drones and alien reinforcements. Explosions erupted across the streets and skies, shaking buildings and sending debris into the air. The aliens were caught off guard by the precision and courage of humanity. Using the knowledge gained from the previous battles, humans targeted weak points on alien ships. The secret weapon pulsed with energy in key locations, temporarily disabling shields and jamming communications. Alien drones froze mid-flight, their weapons offline. Pilots like Mia performed daring maneuvers, striking the mothership directly while avoiding beams of alien energy. Soldiers disabled support drones on the ground, creating safe paths for advancing units. Civilians cheered quietly from shelters, inspired by the bravery and coordination of human forces. The aliens, shocked and unprepared, scrambled to regain control, but confusion spread across their fleet. The mothership struggled to maintain its power, sparks and fire appearing along its surface. Explosions lit the sky as humans pressed the attack. Alex coordinated every move with calm precision. "Focus on the weak points," he ordered. "We have them now. Do not let them recover." Humans worked together like never before, united in purpose and determination. Every strike mattered, every move counted. By afternoon, the alien fleet was in chaos. Ships collided, drones fell from the sky, and the once mighty mothership teetered on the edge of destruction. Civilians emerged from shelters, helping wherever possible, their courage and determination as important as that of soldiers and pilots. Alex watched the mothership begin to fall, smoke pouring from its engines. Humanity had done the impossible. The aliens had underestimated humans, and that mistake had cost them dearly. Explosions rocked the remaining ships as human forces pressed the advantage. The battle raged for hours, but by evening, the skies cleared. Alien ships retreated or were destroyed, leaving humans victorious. Cities were scarred, but humanity had survived and reclaimed its home. Cheers erupted across the streets as soldiers, pilots, and civilians celebrated together. Tears mixed with laughter as people embraced, realizing that the war was finally over. Alex stood with his team, looking at the remnants of the alien fleet in the distance. "We fought together," he said. "We survived, we learned, and we won. This is our world, and we will protect it." Scientists worked quickly to secure the secret weapon and remaining alien technology, ensuring that humanity could defend itself if the aliens returned. Engineers repaired weapons and infrastructure, while civilians helped rebuild their cities. Unity and determination had carried them through the darkest hours. The aftermath was filled with stories of bravery. Pilots who risked their lives to strike the mothership, soldiers who held back waves of drones, and civilians who helped in countless ways were celebrated as heroes. Humanity had not only survived, they had grown stronger, wiser, and more united. As night fell over the city, fires from the battle slowly dimmed, and the stars appeared in the sky once more. People stood together, looking at the dark horizon, aware that the universe was vast and full of dangers, but confident that Earth would never fall so easily again. Alex stood atop the command center, looking at the stars. The battle was over, but he knew the war for knowledge, preparedness, and defense would continue. Humanity had proven that courage, intelligence, and unity could overcome even the most powerful enemies. The aliens had expected surrender, but instead, they faced a war they could not win. Earth had been defended, and humans had shown the universe that their spirit was unbreakable. The planet was scarred, but humanity's hope, strength, and determination shone brighter than ever. They had survived, fought back, and won. The story of Earth's victory would be told for generations, a testament to courage, unity, and the indomitable will of humans to protect their home against impossible odds.